Kevin Durant is one of, if not the best scorer in basketball history. Undeniable greatness, god-tier mid-range game, physical freak, not to mention the best tweeter in the NBA. He's one of the best basketball minds of all time. And only recently have I been able to accept that. For reference, I'm a Rockets fan. I got into the NBA around when James first joined, and the Rockets were on the up and up. James was blossoming, but the Thunder, they had control of the West. MVPs, scoring titles, playoff runs. Kevin Durant was going crazy. He was part of the best duo in the league with Russell Westbrook, and that entire team seemed inevitable. Even after losing 3-1 to Golden State, it really seemed like those two and the supporting squad would lead Oklahoma City to their first championship, not too long after moving from Seattle. It would have to take a seismic level change to shake this up.
The news again coming in moments ago, Kevin Durant heading to the Golden State Warriors. How are you viewing this move from Durant?
Well, I'm viewing it as the weakest move I've ever seen from a superstar. Plain and simple. That's just how I look at it.
Credit.
Durant. You depart for the teams that beat you when you're on the cusp of getting to the finals yourself or ultimately winning the championship for the franchise that you've been with since you've come into the NBA. I think it's incredibly weak.
From Texas, number 35, Kevin Durant.
I remember where I was on that 4th of July. Eating some food, checked my phone. I seen that he joined, and my mind was blown. Genuine disbelief. They just lost to them, and now he's joining them? I was concerned, but beyond that, I was mad. And then I thought about it some more. What does this mean for my Rockets? They make a seismic change, they get Chris Paul, and then the 1 year that they have a chance, we're a hamstring and a referee screw job away from beating them. Them, as in Golden State, the team that I expected to gatekeep us out of the finals, and then did.
This is the second three in which Bell gets his arm. That's not a swipe through. This is game 7. That's 6 points you leave on the line. Every possession matters. And as a referee, you have that. You got that angle.
In 2017, 2018, in 2019, even though he was hurt, it's the worst case scenario. Me at the time, like, I'm getting into basketball the most. I'm playing a lot of 2K, and this is my reward. I finally get into the sport instead of baseball and football, and then now I have to sit here and be a victim to the biggest heels in basketball history, led by the biggest snake, the biggest cupcake. The NBA loves this too. Clearly, they love this Golden State-Cleveland rivalry that's going on, this forced rivalry that only exists because the Golden State Warriors have a free ticket out of the West every single season as long as they're healthy. And you know whose fault it is? Kevin Durant. It's your fault, KD. You ruined the game that I love.
I mean, your teammate talked to you that way. You think about it a bit, but you know, we talked. Like I said, we talked about it, but definitely, for sure, I'm not gonna lie about it.
Katie, why do you ultimately decide to leave?
I just felt like I needed a switch. I felt like a lot of stuff in Golden State had reared its head, and I felt like that was just going to be the end no matter what.
When Kevin Durant left the Golden State Warriors, I was elated. I felt like that was only just, leaving on such bad terms, him going to Brooklyn, can't lead that team over there, the ship is shaky the entire season. He does good, but I try to grasp at straws to keep hating. And it's low-key my fault for hating too, cause he was hooping. And don't ask me about my Rockets.
Happening today, the Nets will officially introduce James Harden as a new member of the team during a virtual press conference. Harden came to the Nets as part of a 14...
James Harden going to Brooklyn to play with Kevin Durant. And then Kyrie Irving's there too, and Kyrie Irving's one of my favorite players of all time as well. So it's like, what do I even do? He's doing the exact same thing, making a super team with a bunch of star players, but this time it's players that I grew up appreciating. Do I cheer for this? And then with all the toe on the line stuff, it's like, do I feel good? Is this only just? Is this the basketball gods getting back at him? He sold his soul and now he can't win anymore. But now it's at the expense of James Harden, who doesn't have a ring because of him, twice over. 3 times if you want to include him stepping on the line and costing him the game against Milwaukee. Like, am I supposed to feel good? The basketball gods is like playing like a sick joke on me? I can't fathom it. And the worst part is, he's balling. Kevin Durant, he's having a crazy season after an Achilles injury. Having a crazy run, going as sane as he did. Watching his highlights to get better at basketball in real life, I must have thought he was Joe Johnson, number 7 on the Nets. That entire run in Brooklyn was insane, but it changed the projection of so many people's careers, Kevin's included. Trying to get a ring in Phoenix didn't work out at all. A lot of injuries, a lot of miscommunications, kind of the same things that happened in Brooklyn. And as much as I want to hate on him and say it's only just, he's playing some of the best basketball he's ever played, some of the most well-rounded basketball he's ever played. On that note, my Rockets have been playing the best they've ever played since 2018. Number 2 seed in the West, young core full of dogs. Dylan Brooks and Fred VanVleet really changed the culture for real with Ime Udoka, Jeff Green, and others. Steven Adams back too. Rockets lost to the Warriors, but they're gonna be back next year. That young core got it. And then Kevin Durant joined the Rockets for Jalen Green, which was my favorite player on the team, ? Jalen Green, I definitely believe in heavy, still do. Sucks to see him go, sucks to see Dylan Brooks go. I think he set the culture very well. But Kevin Durant, for just those 2 and some picks? Shoot. Biggest trade in NBA history, 7 teams involved? I ain't gonna lie. Kevin Durant's kind of haunting me now, but I'm hype about it. This is the greatest ghost I've ever had. The ghost of 2018 lingering over, fresh off the Warriors' loss in the playoffs. Kevin Durant's redemption arc is about to go insane. I don't think y'all understand. And then Chris Paul joins James Harden on the Clippers. Rockets versus Clippers round 1. Imagine. Y'all don't get it. Jabari Smith Jr., Amen Thompson, they're about to elevate. The Houston Rockets are going to be the best team next season. Kevin Durant, not James Harden, is going to give the Rockets their first championship in the 2000s. Even with all that said, you won't catch me wearing a Kevin Durant jersey. Unless it got an NBA Finals logo on it.